Hello everyone, this is your Mobile News Monday. Fortnite Mobile, we need to talk. We have some serious issues to cover this week, from a massive mobile series bug to terrible performance on iOS. I know I took a break from the mobile community for a while, but I'm finally back and I found time. I'm going to be committing to uploading till the end of this summer. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into our first topic. There was a huge bug during the Saturday mobile series in Europe, Middle East, North America Central, and Brazil. Games weren't counting for a majority of the people who were playing. This resulted in hundreds of lost points for pros, and because everybody was basically low elo, the event was overall extremely uncompetitive. I personally lost 4 whole wins to the bug, as well as about 16 kills. If I had gotten all the points from the games I played, I probably could have made top 16 and got my first earnings. But as always, Epic refuses to actually monitor events, and especially after those recent employee cuts, it's becoming worse and worse for mobile. Points not counting was not the only issue during the event though. Another serious issue during the mobile series was confirmed cheating. We need to talk about Arsenic. He's an infamous cheater who uses an ult, Swayze2Crazy, to qualify twice for each final. A post by Losty explains he has friends play on an ult while he plays on his main, directly costing legit players like Juicy and Chatpalm their qualification spots. Since both accounts have now qualified for LAN in October, please report them immediately for cheating and teaming. Their names are on screen now, and if you go to the Fortnite Mobile Community Discord server, which is linked in the description, you can copy paste them from Losty's post. We saw another issue after the Act 2 update was released last week. Many players started reporting terrible performance on iOS, and it seems that the turbo build bug has gotten significantly worse for everybody on the platform. When it comes to the turbo build bug, I've deduced that it stems from the fact that Epic Games changed the dynamic quickbar slot HUD piece to use the new hotbar UI. This means that HUDs that use dynamic quickbar slots for building now interact differently with people's muscle memory and also interact differently in terms of the amount of delay in between your input and the build piece actually being chosen, since there's a small animation that plays before it happens. As for overall terrible performance, it seems that it's likely a reflection of Epic slowly pushing Fortnite towards their upgraded Unreal Engine 6, as well as some performance reworks made during the update for the Metal graphics engine, since the issue is not prevalent on Android. With the update, we also saw a new Blitz loot pool. The primary additions are the Surfire SMG, Suppressed Pistol, and Twin Hammer shotguns now being spawn items, along with the Slapperoni Pizza and the Flapjack rifle. The base boost, tracking visor, arc lightning gun, and mist gauntlets were added back, along with the kill switch revolvers. Another item that was also added was the Super Shredder, but it has an extremely rare chance of appearing, and I've not seen it a single time since the update. Additionally, the Spire Rifle, Flex SMG, and Sweeper Shotgun were removed from the spawn item loot pool. Going into some real world news now, Red Magic has been teasing a new tablet in China, and rumors suggest it's going to be a successor to the Red Magic Astra using the same or similar form factor. According to the leaks, it's supposed to have a 200Hz OLED display, which would be higher than any other tablet on the market, and sport a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, a huge jump for a majority of players who will buy it. The 8 Elite Gen 5 punches up to I think about an M3 or an M4, maybe an M5 in some titles, especially in Fortnite it will probably have the upper end because Fortnite is more optimized for Snapdragon than it is for Apple's processors. I already play with 165 FPS on my Astra, and it feels a lot better than my M5, so I'm extremely excited to see how this new tablet turns out. It may be possible that Fortnite uses these Red Magic devices for the mobile series LAN because they are both cheaper and more performant than the iPad Pro, although we may see an iPad Pro M6 by the time the LAN comes around. If they use these devices at LAN, I expect that they will also add 144, 165, and 200 FPS toggles to the graphics settings of mobile, but we'll see if that comes true. Anyways, speaking of tournaments, we also have some new tournaments that are going to be coming up on May 2nd and May 9th. Since we got the Ducky the Gamer Cup a while back at the start of the season, and the Spider Gamer Cup we got a bit after, but we are now getting the Donato and Baxera Cups for mobile. Both are skin cups with various rewards, and Donato will be on May 2nd for all regions, and Baxera will be on May 9th. Now shifting over to a sort of different topic, Fortnite Festival released a new update recently adding a singing mode that lets you perform vocal modes with your actual voice, yet for some reason, even though almost all devices on mobile have a microphone and other platforms don't, Fortnite still doesn't allow it to be played on mobile. The Fortnite Mobile UI still isn't even optimized for Fortnite Festival, as you can't even change where the buttons are for the songs that you're playing. So overall, this is another tragic loss for Fortnite Mobile, as we can't play another mode. We couldn't play Ballistic, we couldn't play Rocket Racing, even though they did kind of try to make a new UI for it, and now we can't even play the festival singing mode that everybody's been posting about next. Another thing they also added was Ranked 1.5, 2.0. They tout it as Ranked 2.0, but it doesn't seem to live up to the Ranked 2.0 that Fortnite had been talking about previously, or what had been leaked previously. The only major changes are the addition of Elite 1-3 and Champion 1-3, making Unreal slightly harder to get, but making progression through Elite and Champion feel much more rewarding. That's it. No cosmetics for top Unreal players, no huge overhaul to the Unreal leaderboard, just new ranks. Honestly, I'm a bit disappointed with this update. I was really hoping for a Blitz wins leaderboard or a proper Blitz ranked mode, but I understand why that hasn't been added yet, since Blitz sits around 30,000 players a day now, and they don't really have motivation to add that into Blitz when Blitz is still kind of uncompetitive for the average player. Some good things that came out of the new update though, even though we had a lot of downsides, was a large fix for the graphics bug on Google Pixel 10 and 10 Pro devices, as well as the 10 Fold and the 10 Pro XL, basically any device with the Tensor G5 chip, and a fix for the emote wheel on mobile for some devices. That's all the good changes we got. Apart from that, we also had Epic v Apple upheld. Apple recently submitted an appeal to the 9th Circuit Court of the United States for the Epic v Apple case that brought Fortnite back to the iOS App Store in the US, and they were denied again after several appeals previously, which is good for iOS players. You guys can rejoice in maintaining existence as a community. Anyways, that's all of the news for today. Please like and subscribe for more mobile news, as I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the summer. And thank you for watching.